Hello, my name is Mike Soboleski. I am the designer, owner of the patented back foot pivot. I'm a private hitting instructor. What the purpose of this video is to reinforce the importance of proper footwork and sell my patent to the highest bidder. Coaches and players need to spend more time on basic footwork. Proper footwork translates into timing, quickness, and power. Footwork puts you in a position to use your total body in hitting. Footwork in particular is using the legs, the hip, the torsos, the feet, and spontaneous, natural reaction while hitting. With the patent, I can teach and make adjustments without making it complicated. Hitters can get the true feeling of a perfect swing. They understand more and retain more for the future. How does a player develop proper footwork? Some tools of the trade of hitting: the tee, the soft toss, machine pitch, or live pitching. With all these tools, a coach and players basically is trying to develop muscle memory through repetitions. Quality versus quantity. 20 swings off a tee, 20 soft tosses, 20 machine pitches, 20 live pitching. That's 80 swings. You're developing some type of muscle memory, either good or bad. The patent will force you to more quality swings. Develop a pattern of proper form. The player develops all the body parts from the torso to the toe. The body is being trained. You can feel the muscles as you use the patent. We'll start talking control and conditioning from the waist down to the toes, the torso to the toes, conducting all the muscles. What we want to do is get in the standard stance. Basically, nice square stance, spacing in between shoulder length, knees bent, swivel, rotate, hips back and forth. You're set, toes up, toes down. Got a nice balanced stance. And what we're going to do is we're going to load up, load, just shifting your weight, moving your weight, transferring some part of your weight backwards. And you got the stride. And what you're going to do is nice firm plant on the stride. Then we're going to bring the back. You're going to bring the hips and the torsos. Now, what we're talking about here is when we load up, you got a nice load here. You got your step. The hardest part is bringing the back, hips, waist, everything forward. It's the hardest movement you can get. You can maybe get this by using the 80 swings that you did through the T-ball, the coach pitch, and a couple live swings. In order to develop good form, good conditioning, you have to start earlier. And how I'm saying this is I have the back foot pivot on the ground. And what we want to do is just use this to first find your stance. You get a stance in here, you're nice in hips. But the trick is, can you move? Can you move the hips? Can you bring the back portion of your body, your power part? You say, no, that's close. You can move it again. Way too close, too tight. So you can actually feel it in your hips through your legs. Stride it out a little bit more. That's more comfortable. I can control myself. Better control, better conditioning. Now that I get in a nice load position, I'm going to load. Do I want to stride big, short, or I just want to drop and swing? With the patent, you can find out what's comfortable for you, your players. You get in, take your big stride first. Swing, tight, you can feel it. Too tight, not smooth. I take the small one, a little bit more than 6 inches off the shoulder. There it is. The power coming from the hips, torso. It's all lined up. Perfect. Now we're going to talk a little bit about your foot angle and how this will help on your foot angle. Your hips rotate and your body power comes from basically from the waistline down. Your bat speed, everything has to do with your footwork all the way down. What this patent is designed for proper footwork and condition your body have a nice fluid swing constantly. So we'll get back in, put the back foot in, and get up here nice and smooth. You can feel it, nice and smooth. I can control my movement. And if I control the movement, I'm also conditioning the muscles for swinging. I can take the long stride. I can take the short stride. I can take the drop. All this time, I'm getting muscle memory in the hips all the way through. You can do a whole bunch of drills with the bats behind the back, and there's all type of stuff. But this is the quickest and easiest way to develop form. Good stride. You're getting the idea of moving the hips forward. Your power forward. Okay, let's go with another one I like to use when I train off the I call the Kung Fu. You can feel the body parts. You get your hands up. Low, stride, smooth. Hold your waist back. Low, stride. I control my body now. I'm in total control. So I can do that with that. Now try it without the pattern. Everything's rigid. You cannot really do it. It takes this little device here, this little hitting tool, to make it all work smoothly. Just do it again. I call it the Kung Fu. First of all, you're up in hands high. Do not bring them. Step. Bring the power. Again. Now bring the hands. You can sit there and watch when someone's using this, you can actually see if their shoulders are raising, lowering, they're getting good extension out of the bottom legs, too far of a stride. If you have no hip rotation, you have no bat speed. Let me say it again, no hip rotation, no bat speed. I'm going to give you a little demonstration on how your lower body controls your bat speed. This is a small bat, weighs 1 ounce, maybe 2 at the most. I am going to stand stationary from the waist down, no rotation, and swing as hard as I can. You'll see the difference real easy. I'm stationary, no movement, waist down. That's what you call stand still hitters. One more time. Now, I'm going to get on the pattern. I can practice with this little bat, increase my bat speed using the pattern. I say, oh, that's a nice little fill. Next one is, this is a sledgehammer. It weighs 8 pounds. 8-pound sledgehammer. I could hold it just like inside close. Bring my arms in, bring them out. Try to swing without any body movement. Rough, tough, can't swing, no speed. Step on the back foot, pattern. That 8 pounds doesn't seem like 8 pounds no more. The hip rotation increases bat speed. The discussion over bat speed is over. Proper form of the lower body, control and conditioning from the waist down. That's where you increase your bat speed, your form. Control and conditioning, you need to develop it basically for bat speed, your footwork, stop your cheater moves. What also you can do with a pattern, you can just basically build a muscle memory without even swinging. Get yourself set up in a nice stance, put your hands behind your back, which is no swinging involved, was to create a little bit of balance. Your load, step, turn. Load, step, turn. Load, step, turn. What am I doing right now? I'm developing the muscles from the waistline down. Don't want to learn to get some more control. Don't want to move my shoulders. I want to hold back a little bit on the back. Step, turn. Now I'm controlling my shoulders, my waist, and my legs. Good stance, step, keeping it back. I can feel the pressure and torque from here down. I'm controlling it. I'm telling my body what to do. That's one of the little exercises you can do. Also, you can get a tee, bring the tee in, set the tee up, and I call it one on, one off. One off. You should get up on, have your bat, have it nice lined up, get on the pattern, take your one hit with the pattern. Step off, take it, another hit off the pattern. And what you do is you go one on, one off. Same thing with soft toss. The soft toss, I usually have to go 1 for 2. 1 on the pattern and 2 soft tosses at you. What this does is you get the proper form, you get the power, you get yourself set up and what you're doing right. Proper movement. Then when you jump up off of it, you just take the swing and you can feel the difference right now. It's not like you have to have a coach screaming, yelling at you. You already know what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. Tee, on, low, step. There it is. Step, there it is again. You can control the hands. You can control your lower body. You're controlling and conditioning your body. The other one is I would, for the older people and people that's used to working out and having weights, this is roughly 145, which is a bar for weightlifting. Some people use pulleys, some people use bands, all for your conditioning from your lower body. A lot of stretching exercise. There's whole books that are written on conditioning of the lower body. But this pattern is probably by far the only way to condition for baseball and hitting. You get on, and once you come up, if you're not a weightlifter, you have to lower the weights. You basically deadlift. Now try to turn or pivot this way. It's almost impossible. The friction and the weight and gravity stops you. So you never get the full movement. You can have the bands tied to your legs and trying to move it this way, you get some type of rotation. With the back foot pivot, this pattern here, as you start into it, watch me how I can rotate. Got a good base, good athletic stance, just like I'm in my baseball stance. I move it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Hold it. So you get exercise. Now I did a baseball move with weights at 135 pounds, which is almost impossible to do that simulation as a baseball move with any other type of training tools. If you're fairly decent strong, you might have had it up. With the younger kids, I get sand buckets, put sand buckets down, and they can do it rotation also. This pattern is a pitcher's worst nightmare. This is develop basically all your tools you need from the waist down for control and conditioning. The word is control, and you condition your body. This pattern is now on sale.